Jack feels a huge sense of relief when Denise begins showing positive signs of recovery, with doctors confirming that she is strong enough to be brought out of her coma. After spending days surrounded by fear and uncertainty, the development gives Jack and the rest of the family a much-needed glimmer of hope. Seeing Denise regain consciousness appears to be a major step forward, leaving Jack desperate to believe that the darkest part of her ordeal could finally be over. Unfortunately, their happiness does not last long before the medical team delivers another crushing update. The doctors reveal that Denise is not responding as well as expected to her current treatment, leaving her health in a dangerously serious state. With the existing treatment failing to make enough progress, finding a suitable stem cell donor has suddenly become an urgent priority. The medical team warns that a compatible donor may now represent Denise's best possible chance of pulling through. Refusing to accept that all hope is lost, Jack promises to find Darnell and bring him home. Denise takes some comfort from hearing that her biological brother could be located, as she begins to believe that his return might offer the vital help she needs. For the first time in a while, Denise allows herself to imagine that she could still have a future. However, Jack's mission takes a disastrous turn when he eventually tracks down Darnell and his daughter Grace. What initially appears to be a chance for a long-awaited reunion quickly becomes an explosive and emotional encounter. Past problems and complicated circumstances soon push everything towards chaos, leaving Jack terrified that Denise's best chance of survival could have disappeared. As everything begins to unravel, Jack heads back to the hospital with the painful task of breaking the news to Denise. But before he gets the opportunity to explain the full situation, Kim confronts him in anger and blames him for what has happened. With tensions reaching their highest point, Jack is left facing the horrifying possibility that Denise may have lost the final chance she had of being saved. EastEnders has aired a major revelation involving Priya Hart after her relationship with Max Branning took another dramatic turn in an early BBC iPlayer release. Priya was left deeply unsettled after spending the night with Max, completely unaware that his fiancée Cindy Beale had been desperately trying to get hold of him. With Cindy excitedly preparing for her hen party, she eventually confronted Max at the cafe. Thinking quickly, he covered his tracks by claiming he had spent the night with a client in the West End and had simply forgotten to call her back. Although Cindy was initially annoyed, she appeared to accept Max's explanation. She then noticed Priya struggling with her breakfast and asked her to get involved with the hen do preparations. Priya tried to make it clear that she would rather stay out of the celebrations, but Cindy refused to accept her answer and took her along to night fusion. Cindy soon picked up on Priya's unusually quiet behavior and jokingly remarked that at least Max had not kept her awake all night. Elsewhere, Ravi Gulati turned to his friend Zach Hudson for relationship advice. Ravi knows that Priya has been involved with another man and has even threatened to kill him once he discovers who he is. Despite this, he remains determined to win Priya back. Zach encouraged Ravi to make a romantic gesture, prompting him to lure Priya to the boxing den. There, he presented her with a box containing models of a rose, a golden Labrador, and an SUV. Ravi explained that the items represented the future they had once dreamed of sharing together, before producing another, smaller box. Priya immediately realized that Ravi was preparing to propose. With tears in her eyes, she listened as he asked whether she needed additional time before making a decision about their marriage. Overcome with guilt, Priya decided that she needed to end things with Max. She wanted to speak to him and put an end to their secret relationship, and Max agreed that ending the affair was probably the right decision, with his wedding to Cindy approaching. Priya then returned to Cindy's celebrations, knowing that disappearing for too long could raise suspicions. However, things soon became uncomfortable during a game of Mr. and Mrs., when Cindy appeared to realize that she did not know her future husband quite as well as she had believed. Cindy quickly moved the group to the Vic, where she announced plans to celebrate with plenty of drinks. The party initially appeared to be going perfectly, but everything changed when Priya suddenly became sick and vomited over Cindy's dress and shoes. Lauren Beale helped Priya clean herself up in the bathroom and reassured her that the incident would not ruin their evening. However, while everyone assumed Priya's sickness was simply the result of the celebrations, she was secretly taking a pregnancy test on the other side of the wall. The shocking development now leaves one huge question hanging over Walford. Is Max or Ravi the father of Priya's baby? Penny Branning finds herself facing an increasingly difficult situation in EastEnders as Harry becomes involved in preparations for her unborn baby alongside Vinny. Penny's pregnancy has turned her life upside down. What was meant to be nothing more than a casual New Year's fling with Vinny Panesar has developed into a complicated situation that neither of them could have expected. Her pregnancy confession immediately caused tension with her father Jack, while Vinny's mother Suki was equally furious when she discovered what had happened. However, Penny's biggest shock came during her first ultrasound appointment. Doctors revealed that Penny was much further along than she had originally believed. This meant Vinny could not possibly be the baby's father, as the pair had only been together once. Instead, the father was revealed to be Harry Mitchell, who happens to be the boyfriend of Penny's best friend, Gina Knight. The truth almost came to light when Harry admitted to his mother Nicola that he had previously slept with Penny. His confession came as he discussed Gina's decision that she did not want to have children. Suspicious, Nicola demanded that Penny undergo a DNA test. Fortunately for Penny, Nicola's sudden premature labor gave her enough time to protect her secret. With help from her cousin, Oscar Branning, Penny managed to obtain fake DNA results and hand them over to Nicola, successfully convincing her that Harry was not the father. Meanwhile, Penny has been busy preparing to open her new shop, with Vinny making sure she gets the support she needs. However, he becomes concerned that Penny is putting too much energy into getting the business ready and not paying enough attention to her pregnancy. After recognizing Vinny's concerns, Penny agrees to attend an antenatal class with him. Their relationship becomes strained again later in the week, though, when another argument ends with Penny ordering Vinny to stay away from her shop opening. Her situation takes another frightening turn when she struggles to breathe and is rushed to hospital. In the aftermath, Penny begins to reconsider her attitude and realizes that she may need to accept Vinny's help rather than attempting to cope with everything by herself. But Penny's decision creates an even bigger problem when Vinny brings Harry into his efforts to support her. With Harry unknowingly helping to prepare for the arrival of his own child, Penny is consumed by guilt. Neither Vinny nor Harry knows the real truth about the baby's paternity, leaving Penny trapped between two men who have no idea what is really happening. How much longer can Penny hide the truth? And what will happen when her devastating secret finally comes to light? EastEnders has confirmed the long-awaited return of Sean Slater, with Rob Kaczynski set to reprise his much-loved role later this year. The popular actor will be heading back to Albert Square after a lengthy absence, marking another major comeback for the BBC soap. Rob first appeared as Sean in 2006 and became a key member of the Slater family before leaving the show in 2008. Will Sean return by himself, or could Stacey also make a surprise appearance in Albert Square?